Welcome, my lovely Virgos. Virgos, this is your card in tarot. It is the Hermit card. It is your season, the season of Virgo. This is the card of stepping away for a time alone, a time of quiet, to find your own light. All right, this is also your general intuitive energy and card reading for the week of September 2nd through September 8th, 2019. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and House positions, but this still will not apply to all. Me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. Very basic reading for us this week, because the energy is earthen and hefty, and it's a holiday weekend. But if you watched at least the energetic introduction to my Virgo seasonal cross reading, link below, that is in effect the September 2019 monthly reading for my channel. I'm going to go new moon to new moon for my monthlies, but it is Virgo season. Virgo Sun, Virgo Venus, and Virgo new moon. It is work in progress. It is problem solving. It is correcting and perfecting, and it is the drudgery of routines. It was still quite a smackdown with all this earth energy to leave Leo season for me. Virgo, you probably love it because it is your season. There are a few seasons where we have Virgo Sun, Virgo Venus, and Virgo Moon, and that was like Leo season that we just came out. That was just so sparkly, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, and then the energies are going to become a little muddled. But this is very defining, heavy energy, prepares for the winter autumnal energy. So we don't starve, probably. Don't panic, though. These are scheduled energies. These are planned events, most of them coming out of the season of Virgo. Definitely, I'm going to pull past, present, future card. I'm going to clarify immensely, and then just put some Cartomancy cards for the week ahead, but I'm only looking for 3 cards here. Past, present, future, my love. For my lovely Virgos, my maidens. Okay, 3 cards. The first card for the past, I have the Empress. This is the card of seeking rent through very questionable means. It is easily the prostitution card, as it were. But more importantly, it is just you. You have your kingdom, but you're willing to do anything to keep it. And you may have had to do some shiestier things lately. All right, the present card, we have the Knight of Wands. This is your energy. This is you. So this is your energy, Virgo, pulling on that energy of must work, must move forward, adventuring through the unconventional. And then the future card is the Four of Pentacles, which is in reverse, which is building resources. And in reverse, it can mean that you've built the resources, the savings, the plans you've made. You're ready to go. In reverse, it could also mean withholding love or energy from somebody that you really should be sharing with. Not always should be sharing with, actually. It is good to share your energy, just not with everyone. All right, so I'm just going to clarify each card, past, present, future, and it should definitely inform me of what's going on with my Virgos. All right, the Empress card. Let's see what's going on with the Empress card. This could also be stepping out of the unconventional society or culture, forging your own path. Oh, damn it, I'm tired of these cards falling, but liars are so energetic. You guys don't understand the value of them. All right, I have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, this is not receiving glory. What you're doing is not glorified. This is what you're doing to make it is not glorified. And this is the past. This is something you've done in the past. And the reason it's popping up is because it's going to inform somehow on your present or future, even if it is an absolutely unrelated past that we're not really sure why is popping up right now. The Page of Swords and the Justice card. Okay. This is the excitement card, the Page of Swords. This is like energetically just a little too excited about something, eager, ready to roll, ready to cut off some heads. And the Justice card in reverse is moving on. There's a lot of cards here about not. Spirit just laughed, told me a joke. Like, these are the cards of a mercenary, of a hitman, but these are the cards of. If you're a hitman, please don't comment below. But this reading is for you for sure. But this is that sense of moving out of the justice system. It's probably doing something illegal to get by. Like I said, there's something about your energy that you've had to do things that aren't the sweetest, that aren't the best, but I mean, it could be as simple as selling these cigarettes like Eric Garner, you know. But whatever, it's the important thing is that the important lesson here is that you have, in your sense of lack, you did what it took. You have regrets, though. You didn't really see everything you had, all the resources you had for some reason, but you're seeing them now, and that is helping you move forward to the present. So we're going to move to the present. You have this sense of, I did something in the past that isn't that great. I mean, it's not like you robbed a liquor store. It just feels like you did something maybe under the table, or it's just something that you're not proud of, and it's something you wouldn't want to share with you know, respectable company. I mean, it could be as sorry as, like, cleaning toilets or maid work, but you do have this sense of, like, I'm afraid that people are going to find out. I do feel that energy. You feel the difficulty of leaving it behind, of, like, pulling yourself into the future and, like, leaving this behind in your energy, forgetting it ever happened. The reason you can't forget it happened, Spirit is saying, is because there's a lesson there that you need in future steps, many future steps. So that's why this still lingers in your brain. You have to process it to get that. All right, and this is the Eight of Swords. This is being precariously perched, which we knew you were precariously perched in the past. But this is you with the King of Pence in reverse. Okay. This feels like you're supporting just nasty habits, selfishness. It's what's really gotten you in the past, okay, I understand now. Thank you. Okay, you didn't do something to, get by. You did something just because you were living that way. You were living quite in a precariously perched position because you were living as a selfish, greedy King of Cups. You were just using love for whatever you could. It was a benefit to you. It was a perk. It was a way of getting by, and you are leaving this behind. You are trying to get out of this energy, but you are having trouble even facing the future in this reading. You want to change things. You did things in the past that are just, I'm sorry, Virgo, you're still paying for them in ways that are just difficult, and you're trying to figure out a way out of it, and you know the old way used to work so well. I see what you're, okay, I'm getting this lesson. All right, yeah, you did some naughty things in the past. These are not things you want to speak of in common company, like I said, but you were not that great. You did it until you were broke, until you had nothing left, and then you were like, okay, I better do shit, and you have done shit, but now you've put yourself in a position of, I'm getting out of this precariously perched position, but it's expensive as hell, and it's going to take a while because I had that much fun. And I have the Three of Pence here working together. You do have resources of work and incoming funds, something you're working on that is on the up and up, that does contain value, that is manifesting with others. This is a very corporation card, the Three of Pence. But you also are going to have to deal with that broken heart. The broken heart has to do with the fact that, in the past, when you did what you did, which sounds like a party for the ages, it sounds like you threw a party and hoped you would perish. And you didn't. So now you have to feel your broken heart while you're working off the regrets of the past. This might be something you did to try and, kill yourself. You've heard of death by cop. This is not death by cop. This is death by, alcohol or death by party, you know. It was an attempt to black everything out forever, and it didn't, and now you have to, you didn't die, is what the meaning is, and you don't regret that. You may not have even tried very hard, to be honest, but you're still in a position of having to recover, that lost time. Virgo, this is very unusual for you. I don't know if you were partying or you just were sick, but basically you didn't die, and now you're having to deal with this shit. And you don't really mind because it was worth it. This is very unlike Virgo, though. This feels very un-Virgoan. Like, it's naughty. It's like you took out, I don't know, it's just like it's slumming for a Virgo. You guys are just so proper to me that it's hard to believe that you would do something like this. All right, so what do we have here? I have dropped a card. It is the Ace of Pence in reverse. Yeah, starting over financially with a very little, as I said. This is, you just don't have a lot of physical resources at your disposal. Spirit ain't giving it to you, and I'll tell you why, because they want you to feel it. They want you to not come back to this position. It might not be suicide by drinking or partying, like I said, but what it is whatever you did, you spent all your resources, you used all your party money, your candy money, and you don't get candy for a long time. But not only that, you've probably borrowed money to the hilt. So this is like you're having to recover financially from just an excessive spending. I'm like trying to see if it was a divorce or something, but no, it was like a moment of desperation, just a sadness, just things weren't working out, and you were probably broke and you didn't see the light, and then you drank it out, or you partied out, or you got sick, and when you woke up, you saw a way out. You saw a path. You finally saw the path to get out, and now you're walking that path, but it's not very friendly because you may have overdone it a little bit. Did you get the Four of Pence here? Oh, no, it's in your future. Yeah. You do have options. Seven of Cups is options. These are options you didn't see before. So even though Spirit is saying, this is going to suck a bit, this is not going to be fun, something really, really just blew your resources out of the water. It doesn't really matter what it is, because what it is now is just not there. You got to build it up. You got to reset yourself, get yourself going again. And when you do this, you'll be fine. And you do have options. Please look at your options. I feel like a lot of us don't look at our options. We just think we have to do it one way or have to do one thing. Bankruptcy is an option. Although it sucks to business, and I probably will never do it again, it's still an option. It's still something I did to get by, to make it by, and not without a doubt something you can do to get by if needs be. All right, the Lovers card in the future with the Four of Pence. Okay. This Four of Pence, the reason I asked if it was in your past position, because when I was going over the present energies, Spirit did tell me that the Four of Pence in this reading did mean that you were relearning how to share your resources outside of yourself, your relationships. I don't have the Six of Pence here, but I kind of expect it to show up. It's that give and take kind of thing. You're learning how to do it. And you're opening up your heart to a love path. Now, this may not be a lover. I'm going to qualify a little more, because it might just be that you're opening your heart to love because you're understanding the give and take nature of love. You think you would know it because somebody was taking from you excessively in the past, but the last energy of give and take that you have has you taking, and that's why you might not understand. Says Spirit. That's a really weird message, but okay. I have the Hierophant in reverse. Again, this is the card of tradition and order and marriage even, because that's the traditional way to do things. This is in reverse. This is don't do it that way. This is the energy of you're in a position where your spirit needs healing, and you need change, and you need understanding, and you probably need money. And the traditional way is not the way to go, because you're also not 18 graduating from high school trying to get into college. It has that energy. You need to find your own path. You need to go your own way. But you, at the same time, what are you saying? What are you saying? You need to go your own way. And that's because when you look at your options, you're going to see they're not traditional options anyway. So that should be really obvious. Just don't go your own way, because the way you're thinking you have to go, that you can't go, why you don't think you have options, is what you do if you're graduating straight out of high school and starting over. That's not the kind of starting over you're doing. You still have your internal resources, even if you don't have physical resources. What Spirit's saying, I have the Queen of Pence in reverse. Bit of a selfish queen, but then I have the Page of Cups upright. And this is just wanting love, wanting to drink from the cup. kind of seeing love again. I feel like you're not ready for love. You want it, but you want it for all the wrong reasons. I think because you had the Empress card in reverse in the past, it keeps coming back to me like, you can't have love until you settle the way you handle money. And it's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is. It's not joint bank accounts. It's not just putting everybody's check in one account and then accepting that you are forever married and you're going to understand how to handle money together as a team. No. There's something about love and money that is wrong in your existence that is saying, now's not the time for love. Not that kind of love. Not Page of Cups kind of love. You want to open your heart, but it's not time yet. There's something you haven't learned yet. And it's something you've learned from that past experience of having to basically, you know what? It's something you did that wasn't that great of a thing to do. It might have been, a small group of you might have been trying to do suicide by party, but honestly, you did something to pay the rent that is a little untoward. That is not something you share in basic company. And you're having to deal with another level of lack right now. And that's starting to look exciting again. And it's like being tempted back to your past. And you did enjoy the work. Look at her face. You did enjoy this work. You were very gung-ho about it. You were good at it, too. You just haven't found a way to translate it to, like, legal, legit life. Okay. I think you're going to figure it out because I do have the Eight of Pentacles here, which is bringing about the harvest. It is a Virgo card for sure. It is the sun in Virgo, to be honest, and it is shelter, water, fire, just kind of getting the harvest in and getting the basics of life together. You will do it. And you won't have to trip up and go back to the way you were before. I still have your solo cards in reverse. This is Virgos, you have a resistance to being alone, of doing it alone. But when you don't do it alone, you have to give up your morals. You just have to give it up. You just have to not be you to survive with whatever you were doing in the past. You need to find new skills, kind of thing. This is you just self-made man, self-made woman, wounded warrior card, about to go into battle with the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pence, both in reverse. You're coming into completion, but it's not going to happen the way you're coming in because you're still looking for that extra person. You're looking for an extra person to attach to you so that, it's like that energy of I'm not going to be in love with somebody who's, not going to pay the rent. Which I understand, but this is even more so. This is so you could be like a stay-at-home mommy and bonbons. No. You are meant for something bigger. Strength card in reverse and the Ten of Cups upright. Okay, Virgos. Here's the crux of it, the main of it, the mission of it, the big point, the big banana is you need to be vulnerable. You're not feeling with your heart. You're just thinking too practical. And love, you're not feeling with your heart. Check again. Check again. You need to be vulnerable with your heart, and then you'll get your Ten of Cups. This is Spirit trying to tell you to separate love and money, to stop mixing it and thinking that it matters. Yeah, the Nine of Diamonds. You need to be able to stand alone to find a really good love. Self-made man or woman card. Four of Diamonds is the resting card, resting in finance, bringing up that's collecting your resources. Again, I had a special message for that for you. You're not sharing your resources well. You give resources to the wrong people and too many of them. 5, you got to be working. This is a lot of work. And this is work on your own personal value nonetheless. But these are work cards. 5 of Diamonds is the being left out in the cold card. And again, it's not because you haven't worked. It's not because you haven't made the effort. It's not because you didn't go balls to the wall, the end of your rope, and do something that was maybe not the best idea, but you got the rent paid. You did it. But you don't have to be doing that if you're a 9 of Diamonds. All right. Yeah, this is do not sign on the dotted line. That is a fear of a contract or taking a job. It's not necessarily do not sign on the dotted lines. It is take a moment to look, because you do have a new beginning coming, a new inspiration coming. Don't commit too heavily to anything, because something is coming your way. It doesn't look good now. I think you know what it is. You have some inkling about what it is, and it doesn't look good now, but it will in the future, and you're going to jump all over it. Or you might just jump on it because it's the honest thing to do, and you're trying to clean up yourself, and you're trying to grab onto your own energy, your own morals, your own light of your hermit. And so you might just grab onto it because it's the right thing to do, and that is going to be the right thing to do. And it's going to clean up your work energy, your contract energy. It's going to purify the difficulties you're going through here, which is really just you've based love too heavily in Virgo energy, and you need to get your heart pumping. You need to feel it. All right, Virgo, thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip or donate if the spirit moves you. And, of course, book a personal reading or send me an email. Let me to discuss privately this reading. That is qclovers1111@gmail.com. And, of course, have a lovely week, my Virgos. It is your week after all.